TikTok is not paying me for anything. I hope you know that.
Okay, so you're hungry.
That's pure stupidity. Why I say that's pure stupidity? Because I live in a Paco house. I came out as someone who has really poor, and I'm still poor. People are just trying to assist me up. So what's he talking about being broke? Did I appear to you rich, or did I say I'm rich? So when did I become rich? Can someone please tell me when I became rich? I don't get. I had a girl's voice, I had a man's voice.
From a fan's perspective, is it to monetize the femininity or
that
just
is not a smart question, and that is not an intelligent question, and that sounds kind of backward and blind to even say that word to me. Are you dumb?
Really?
Yeah, really. Really? Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Hello everyone, it's the Situation Room, and you know how it is here. It's the fans coming to demand accountability from their favorite celebrities. And today we have EmekaTheStar in the house. EmekaTheStar. Yeah, let's get to meet you.
Okay, I'm here then. EmekaTheStar, what do you want to know?
And we have
Yeah, I'm Jesse.
Jesse. What do you do?
I'm an actor, master therapist, and musician.
And the lady?
My name is Adune. I'm an event planner. I'm also an hairstylist and an actor.
Emeka, you have a massage therapist and an event planner who are your fans coming to grill you.
Okay. Have you grilling then?
You wear multiple hats yourself too, yeah? And this guy is...
There's a lot about Emeka that the world is yet to know.
All right then. Yeah. There's a small word here who wants to know so much about you.
No problem, it's fine. Go ahead, ask me those questions. I want to know.
Okay, so just for record's sake, once again, my name is Jesse.
Mr. Jesse, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so I'm an actor, master therapist, and musician.
Okay.
Upcoming actor.
Okay.
And I happen to be one of your fans. I really commend your versatility and your
Thank you for
There's
that.
hardly any day I don't watch your videos, and yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so you're 40 years old.
Yes, I am.
And you claim to be a content chameleon. So which means you do one or two things. You do more than one thing. You're an actor.
I won't call it a claim. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get there. So you're an actor.
Yeah.
A voiceover artist, and you're makeup artist and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, so how does it feel? Like, how do you do it? Have you been able to excel in... Because when you say
my career just started, the word excel are you talking about? I'm a new figure in the industry, so exactly. I won't call it an excel.
Exactly, that's the point.
Okay.
I mean, you are just starting, like you said.
Yes,
so
yes.
How come you are doing more than one thing?
But you do 3.
Yeah.
So why are you asking me how come I do more than 1?
Exactly, because I'm asking you the question.
Then so you're not taking the pin off your eyes before you want to take mine, right?
Oh, do you mind asking?
Just Emeka, so for perspective's sake, yeah.
Okay.
You are a 40-year-old man.
Yes.
How long have you been in the industry?
28 good years.
28 good years.
Yes.
And you've been juggling these multiple hats. Yeah.
Yes.
So your fan here is curious to know how that you've been able to run these multiple talents over 28 good years and
not being drained.
Not just drained, but which of all these are you going to focus on really? I think that's
whatever happened to multifaceted individual? What's going on?
Tell us about it.
Is it not possible to do several? Can't you be a whatever, however, wherever?
But then I find it difficult to... How is the energy level like?
The energy level. Well, I want to say this. First of all, your age is a time frame. And it's also a productive time frame. But the thing about it is that it also affects your state of mind and your health. Do you get?
I don't.
Do you understand? Now, in this side of the world, once you clock a particular number, there is a character you pick up, a behavior, a lifestyle. Now, if you check the age range of 20 to 60, they all have different characters and exhibit different kind of personalities even at being the same person.
How does it have to do with what?
Now let me explain one thing. Now, if you want to be a chameleon, that you can diverse and, so I say switch to this and that, you need a healthy mind. What I mean by you need a healthy mind is this. I kept my mind on, shall I say, pause. Now, who you see right in front of you has been this way since my teens, both mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Now, what I'm trying to say is this, even sexually. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. If you want a life where there's free will of your soul, don't pick up behaviors by just your number. Now, what I mean by that is this. As a teenager, I stayed in that mind frame of a teenager. But it doesn't affect how I act or whether I'm responsible or not. But it's just I still kept my inner child, no matter how old I get. No, what I'm trying to say is this. I still kept my inner child no matter how old I get. So in my teens, I'm still the same playful self, the same cheerful self. I love music. I dance a lot. I act a lot. I'm comedic. I'm dramatic. I like to express every word, so there's a proper understanding of that word. So I don't douse my fire for someone else. Now, every Nigerian and some parts of Africa do one thing. Now, when you're a particular number, you go with the flow of that number. Now, slowly you're dousing your fire. You're quenching that inner fire. You're picking up personalities because you are +1. And before you know it, you lose your whole essence. And you now become a reflection of someone actually thinks you should be at that age.
Emeka,
so that is why you are focused on just one thing.
I like how you've explained it,
So
yeah?
you cannot diversify. Yeah. Do you understand? Because I don't know how old you are, but once you add like 10 years upon your age, you lose every essence of your being. You lose physically, emotionally, spiritually, you lose it. You become someone else. Now, if you check the life of every 40-year-old, 17 is another person. 20 is an absolute another figure. In fact, even 60, it's like, where did this one come from? There is always an identity switch in every Nigerian as he gets older.
Okay, so.
But I don't allow that to happen to myself. That is why I'm able to switch in different ways and still not be drained by it.
For clarity's sake, Emeka, so here's what I'm picking up from you.
Yeah.
You've maintained your steez, let me use that word.
I can call it steez. I just call it frame of mind.
Frame of mind through the ages.
Yeah.
But
Stayed the
then,
same way I was.
yes, but then I don't think that it would be valid for you to claim to be a makeup artist, to claim to carry all these hats
It's not a
through.
claim. It's a natural fact. I am.
You
It's
are
not a claim. I am.
a voiceover artist, a makeup artist, a dancer, a comedian,
yes,
and all of those
yes,
things.
yes.
How is that possible?
Okay, now the Bible tells a story of, is it the 12 or 11 talents or the 10 talents? You know the story of the talents, right? Now, one thing is that God in his infinite wisdom has the ability to create a rainbow in one setting. Now, the rainbow shines after the rainfall, but in one location. But have you ever asked yourself, how come it's also in Meduguri, Benue, Gombe? How come it's everywhere?
Are you a rainbow?
Listen, what I'm trying to say is this. Is it possible for one person to be a multiple persons? Yes, it is. It's absolutely possible. How is it possible? Is this. At a tender age, you know all those movies you watch as a little boy where there is actors like Robin Williams, who was this and that and however. Now, you could just be entertained by that, or you could pick a little from that. I want to be just like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what do you ask?
Yeah, so the word content chameleon, I'm sure you gave it to yourself, yeah?
It's been existing for years.
For years. Okay, but then you've accepted it.
Every entertainer is a chameleon in the world. So
You should speak for yourself.
yes, of course.
Okay, good. So, how often do you watch Najo Wide?
How often do I what?
How often do you watch Najo Wide? Okay, what do you really know about the word chameleon? You know it's an animal, yeah?
Yes.
So, how often?
Changes its color wherever it is
Why
throughout
do you
that.
think it changes its color?
For the reason of being the environment that you're in, to just go with the flow, I guess.
Do you know there's this snake, bush master? Now, there's a way the snake works. So
Okay.
it can come into this place now, and then it has the ability to change the color of its skin. So it's here and you don't know.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why you have those different change of colors is just in case there's a predator coming. So the predator cannot easily recognize it. So what I'm basically trying to say is all those colors are there to your advantage. So it depicts excellence. So if I'm a prey, for instance, and I have different colors, and then there's an animal coming to attack me, you can't attack me because you can't see me. That's excellence. So if you are doing more than one thing, you have to be excellent in everything. Or better still, you just choose one. That's the point.
Why do every Nigerian always do that? You have this mindset that I'm how do you call it? Master of none or whatever.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's the point. Which one are
That
you good
is
at
not
exactly?
a point. That is a myopic word, an outdated way of thinking.
I'm your fan.
And yes, sorry to say this, but it is archaic to have that kind of mindset. You think the brain is only wired to one. Nah, don't limit yourself. Discover yourself. There is much more than just, should I say, the eggshell, so to say. Do you understand? Discover. The brain is not just wired to one way alone.
I like how you're tracing the maker.
Don't.
Yeah.
The one thing about it is that the setting of our country and our educational system has taught you that you cannot be a lawyer or a doctor or this, but it's a one-way street. One-way street. But you're only limiting yourself, you're limiting your mind, and that's an archaic way of thinking. That is beyond ancients. Way beyond ancients. That's old school to have that mindset. And you're keeping your mind in a cage, thinking that there is only one way to the way.
From a fan's perspective, I'm curious to know who you really are behind all the drama, makeup on TikTok. Like, I'm really, really curious to know.
Okay, you see that light right there? This light that's pointing at me. Now, I'm a spotlight person. I won't say like I'm an attention seeker or I like all the attention in the world, but I'm like someone that he needs the focus on him. Then you see what you trap your soul. I'm like, should I call myself, I'm a wonder that's not yet been discovered, because I always want that spotlight on first before I speak. So I'm like a shy person, so to say. Very, very shy.
What I'm seeing right now, I don't think you're shy or something.
thing. I'm bold for all of the lights of the camera.
Allow me put a bit of more explanation to that, Emeka. You've been in the industry for 28 years,
Yeah.
and you only shine when the spotlight is on you. Is that a problem? 28 years and no spotlight. What's going on, really, Emeka?
The thing about it is that I've met everyone I needed to meet. Absolutely everyone. I've met over like 20 celebrities. Chasing fame, I've gone for several auditions. As a TV presenter, I was one of the attendants at the co-host search for Eku Adewo 53 Extra, way back then. Okay. I got bullied by everyone.
Bullied.
I got bullied by everyone, absolutely everyone. I still have the scripts in my head. Do you understand? Up to now, it's over like 15 years back or 10 years ago, I don't even know. But I still have the scripts in my head. It goes like this. I am a little Latin flavor, a dash of my candy, a sparkle of star power. I am delicious Diamond Jones, and this is 53 Extra. Immediately I did that, the camera crew, the production team, they screamed, they loved it, they woo! But when I stepped out, I went to the reception of Echo Hotel where the audition was being held, at the reception, and I met Ozzy, the winner of the co-host search. Now, I had a conversation with him. I was like, oh, Ozzy, are you here for audition? Ozzy said no. Like, I just came to, like, hang out at the hotel. Just
Who's Ozzy?
Ozzy, the winner of the competition. The winner of the co-host search. It's the extra. And Ozzy didn't attend that audition to audition. He just went to the hotel to just go flex himself, to enjoy himself. So I said, Ozzy, why not go for this? It may be good for your career. Ozzy said, no, I'm not interested in that. The production team came out and picked Ozzy randomly and gave him the opportunity. So you see, the whole Nigerian entertainment form and guild and body, whatever, they actually give it to who doesn't want it.
Why?
So that is why there's no longevity.
Why
That is why it was a waste. Ozzy didn't do anything for it. He just came and died. And the whole production of 50 Extra just went limbo.
Emeka, if the whole crew
Wasted
loved
money.
you when you went out there and did your thing, why Ozzy then? It begs the question,
Because
really.
the whole Nigerian entertainment industry keep giving it to people that look the parts but never wants the parts.
So you don't look the part.
Wanting the parts is passion for the parts. So it's not good. It's not enough to just look the parts. So we also want the parts because wanting it is the passion for it in the long run. Do you get? Look, the part is that I don't really want it, just don't give it to me. And I get tired of it easily. Before you know it, production investment is gone to waste. Because who you gave the role, because he looks like he's going to be good for the role, doesn't want the role.
Emeka, the situation room is not about me, it's about the fans. I'll let them take the question from here. So
I noticed you're hardly on Instagram, like for a while now. You do more of TikTok. Why? Are you broke? You're looking for money? Because I know IG is not paying. I don't think IG would ever pay, but TikTok is paying. So I feel like you're broke.
First of all, I was, and I am not ever rich in the first place. So I don't know what the broke word is coming from. I just started. So why wouldn't I be broke?
Okay, so you're hungry.
What?
You're hungry at 40.
I'm hungry at 40.
Yeah, so I'm wondering why you are not on IG and you're more on TikTok. So
TikTok is not paying me for anything. No. Hope you know that. I don't get paid for TikTok. My TikTok is not monetized. I'm doing everything from my pocket.
So is there a real story behind your family performance?
Is there a real story? What kind of story do you mean?
Like your real story behind that family performance online?
Okay, as a little boy, I noticed that I had two characters, like a split in personality. I was behaving feminine, I was behaving masculine. I had a girl's voice, I had a man's voice. Do you get?
Like, is it to monetize the femininity or just to, or you are
That is not a smart question, and that is not an intelligent question. And that sounds kind of backward and blind to even say that word to me. What I'm trying to say is this. Now, if you go back to your biology class, when they taught you about the XY chromosomes and the births of kids with the XY chromosomes. Now, you need to, some of you may not even pay attention in that class and you don't even remember what they taught you about. So there is somehow some kids coming with the two chromosomes of both male and female. That's when you see them behaving masculine and feminine, or just feminine alone. It's all in the hormones. Hormones are called testosterone and estrogen. Estrogen is for girls, testosterone is for men. Now, sometimes it can intertwine. That's how
Emeka,
you
please
find-
break it down in layman's terms so
So-
that your fans can understand what you mean. So we're just curious to know. We're just curious to know.
It's not my fault if you did not attend your biology class.
yeah, so I was just staring at you and I'm like, why would you look at the face of one of your fans and say you are not asking an intelligent question? Anyways, that's by the way. All right, that's by the way. So back to the question I asked
Okay.
you. You didn't answer it.
What's
So
that?
why are you more on TikTok? I mean, the last time you posted on IG, it's like donkey years ago. So why are you on TikTok if it's not because of the money? Because last time I checked, both are social media apps. So why are you on TikTok? I can't wait for your answer.
Emeka, is the fans and they demand.
Why am I on
I just need
TikTok?
one answer.
But he's not even doing his proper research. 'Cause I post every evening. And I first start with Instagram before I move to TikTok. So I don't know what he's talking about. Every post on my TikTok is on my Instagram. So what is he talking about? Every post on my TikTok is on my Instagram. So how am I more on TikTok? What are you saying?
let's clarify things here. What's your Instagram handle?
It's EmekaTheStar 007. And every post on my TikTok is on my Facebook and on my Instagram. So I don't know what
Egungun's post is not on Instagram.
What?
Egungun's post is not on Instagram.
It is. It's pinned. It's pinned right there. Pinned right
So maybe
there.
you have more parody accounts taking your shine. Have you considered that?
What?
Maybe you have more parody accounts taking your shine because a
How?
simple search on Instagram will not bring out. Yeah, we can try it right here, right now.
Okay.
Maybe you're not putting in more effort to put your proper page.
Because Instagram is at a certain level. If whether you all know it, but choose to deny it. Instagram needs a certain level to get pushed. And if you're not that level, it's going to just die.
You're the star.
Whether you're a star or not, Instagram demands a certain quality before you can gather that content.
Emeka, you're the star.
Not
You should have
being
the quality.
a star or not. If you want those views and you want jobs coming in and you want the algorithm to push you on Instagram, you need to be at a certain level first. You can't just post any random crap and expect it to go far on Instagram. My brother, you're wasting your time.
Have you been posting random craps so far?
See,
Is that why
you're
we're
not
not?
still understanding what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is this. Instagram demands a certain level. Why do you think 100% of people on Instagram are faking it? Because you have to be at a particular level before you get that attention on Instagram.
I see your point.
Yeah, you have to be at a particular level before you get any attention on Instagram. You can check like the views on my Instagram and the views on my TikTok. What are we saying?
Let's go back to, so this is me just buttressing Jess's point. So Jess's question was, you appear more on TikTok
Because
than Instagram.
there's a larger fan base.
I'll get to that point. Allow me, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Appear more on TikTok, and the assumption is because TikTok monetization is much easier.
not monetized.
But you clarify that you're not monetized
I'm not
on
monetized.
TikTok. Why is that? Why aren't you monetized?
Why am
Didn't
I
you meet
monetized?
Didn't you meet the criteria?
I did.
You just don't want the money. It's the love of the craft, yeah?
I love what I'm doing. I make my money from through other means. I don't make anything.
But we don't
from
see those other means. We only see Emeka, the star. We don't see the
You don't see
makeup.
my
We don't see the
voiceover.
voiceover. We
No,
don't see the...
About that, I
Oh
need
my
to say
God.
something about it.
Okay.
You once said you voice for Big Brother.
I voice for Big Brother. When did I say that?
Yes, I saw that online when
I don't think you understand proper diction and proper grammar to say that, because I have never said I voice for
Big Brother and
I
other
said
brands too.
I have the Big Brother voice.
Okay, you asked.
I didn't has. I have.
Emeka, what does it mean to have the Big Brother voice?
You can be a replica of the voice.
So you are a replica, yeah?
Yes.
Of the Big Brother.
Yeah.
I'll let the fans just do this. It's not about me. It's the fans asking you the
For
question.
someone who claims is not broke, did you notice when he was explaining, he said something about job. He said, I think he said something like, it's difficult for you to get jobs on Instagram, and I really wanted to type what he said. It's funny because I'm still trying to understand why exactly.
When did I mention jobs on Instagram?
Oh, you
Are
did.
these people deaf?
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. You
When?
mentioned the word job. You mentioned the word job.
And what jobs are going to come from Instagram? So what are you talking about?
Really?
Really? Really? What jobs are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. What jobs do you get from Instagram?
Okay, so which means you're on TikTok for jobs.
Emeka,
I can actually stand up and walk out from here right now because I feel a personal attack from this guy. I don't know what kind of fan is this, but I see the urge to bring me down because he wants to be just like me. Okay? I see the tint of jealousy. I see the ray of jealousy. I see the feeling of not being enough as a person.
Emeka, you should
so he
understand-
wants to bring me down to feel better.
you know
about
how
himself.
that
My brother, you don't need to do.
you know how that your fans are.
No. I know true fans and people who max and hide behind the name fans.
I get your
He
point.
is not a fan.
I get your
He is
point.
a jealous person who wants to be just like me.
I hear your point, Emeka.
Do you understand?
I
So
hear your
he's trying
point.
to bring me down. Now, when he says, "Are you broke?" that's pure stupidity. Why I say that's pure stupidity? Because I came out as someone who is actually poor, and I'm still poor. People are just trying to assist me up. So what's he talking about being broke? Am I rich in the first place? So what are you talking about?
Emeka,
Did I
I get your
appear
point.
to you rich, or did I say I'm rich? So when did I become rich? Can someone please tell me when I became rich? I don't get.
I get your
Are you
point.
dumb?
I get your points, and it's
Are you
very,
dumb?
it's clear, really. Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Emeka,
Like,
can
are
we?
you dumb? From the onset, the video says he lives in a Paco house. So what broke are you talking about? I live in a Paco house. I get supported by Nigerians who love my craft. I did not come one day to say I'm rich. So what are you talking about being broke? Broke or what? Did you give me the money? I'm not broke. I've been broke for years. I'm not ashamed of it. I've not gotten the opportunity to shine and to make that money, which I surely will. Trust me, I will. And when I do, you'll be one of those who come begging for opportunities. So don't ever say that word to me again, okay? Don't you ever do that. And if you're jealous, that's your cup of tea. Do whatever, be however. I don't care. But don't ever try to think you can rubbish me or bring me down to bring yourself up. If you need to validate yourself as a human being by bringing others down, then I pity you.
Emeka, I do understand how you feel about this.
No, I felt being bullied by this.
I understand.
nonentity.
I understand that part.
Because I don't get. I never said I was rich in the first place. I live in a Paco house. So what is MAGA talking about?
Emeka, please, let's not get.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Emeka, it's okay, yeah? Yeah, I get your points, and it's
Oh, you want trend? You want me to rush down to you to go watch you and say, who is this guy that talked to Emeka anyhow? That don't make any sense. You're sounding stupid.
It's okay,
Because
please,
someone says
let's
this
not
is
get
the
very-
Paco house.
let's not get very
is it
verbal."
because you're broke, that's why you're on TikTok or there? Would I give me money?
guys. Let's not get very verbal, Emeka. I understand how this is, and from my point of view, yeah, the fans can say what they want to, but you as the star should understand and be able to sift through. Yeah, don't let it get to you at all. Yeah, it's the fans. It's just comments. It's just questions. You can choose to sidestep it and move on. Yeah?
No, for the point is this. Now, there is one thing that the whole world does that is so wrong, but are so stupid to realize it. Now, bullying comes in different forms. Now, the right to speech is also a form of bullying. Now, restricting yourself from your choice of words while making a speech is a human right. Now, you should also reflect before every word is uttered out of your mouth, judging and considering who is hearing them, because that is a large form of bullying.
I agree
And
with you.
bullying results to so many issues in lives.
I agree with you.
It's also the highest rates in suicide. It
I agree
leads
with
to the highest rates in suicide. Now, this young man did not care my emotional states, did not care my mental states, did not care my frame of mind, because as far as he's concerned, he's flaunting his intelligence. You see, freedom of speech, and not even caring about who is listening. Is it harmful or not?
These are issues that social
Is it
media
harmful or not?
brings on. I
Is
agree
it
with you.
harmful or not?
I agree with you.
Is it harmful or not?
And
So how is that a fan?
out of respect, let's
You
move
must
on
know.
from-
See, the fact is this: the whole world and the whole social media platforms are doing one thing, allowing people to have a wicked freedom of speech and giving it a freedom of speech. It's disguised as bullying. That's what it is. Pure plain bullying coming from the depths of hell. Flattered and addressed in a cute, presentable manner and looking so harmless, but throwing knives and daggers.
I get your point. And it's
Your choice and your decision is to kill, but you dressed it up in flowers.
Emeka,
That is wrong.
I agree with you.
That is wrong. Everyone who has freedom of speech should also know this. Your words can also kill. So mind your freedom. Mind your freedom.
Emeka,
Everyone who has watched my videos know that I'm battling mental issues and depression. Now, this one here did not even bother, because as far as he's concerned, he wanted to shine. So he was there to run his mouth as usual. And I can see from the corner of my eyes smiling as he's enjoying this. Do you get?
I get your point, Emeka,
And that's a form of bullying. That's a big form of bullying.
I understand your
Not
point.
caring about another person's feelings, but just running your mouth however you like it.
I understand
And
your
that's
point.
crap. That's real crap. No one has the right to do that to another person. I don't care what kind of stupid freedom you think you have, but you have no right to just downgrade and bring a soul down when you don't even know if that soul is going to snuff out his own soul the next day. You complain about the suicide rates in the world, but yet you push people to suicide and you don't even care about it. That when the person is gone, you stupidly write your RIPs. Who the hell are you people? What's wrong with the world? Why should there be no concern for another man's life? Are you a basket mouth? Or you don't think before you talk? Is the brain there for no reason that it should just go spitting out words without thinking how those words will get into the mindset of the person listening?
Emeka, I really must step in right now to say that your fans here,
Number one, he's not a fan because his intention here was to kill.
I understand your point. They are sensitive and I really need to apologize on this.
He's trying to trend. He's trying to make a name for himself.
The intentions,
As the one who slayed Emeka. What
he
the
will
heck?
clarify his intentions here, but I really must put it to you.
If you are that careless, that all you care about is your steeds and how to slay that bitch, give them some tea. That's all you care about. And you don't care if that person goes to the corner of the room and takes a gun to their brain.
Okay, that is the question.
Wow.
Sorry. Emeka.
Emeka, let's move on
What's
to
wrong
Adoni.
with the world?
Let's move to Adoni.
What is wrong with the world? What is wrong with the world? All of you think that Judgment Day is going to all be about all your sins and all of that. Nah.
Emeka.
It won't be all about that.
Let's have
So
Adoni.
I would not receive any question from this fella again. And if there's any question thrown to me, I will stand up and leave this place.
Okay.
And I'll never come back
So
again.
what you are saying,
I will never come back again. Because I see that this is a medium to bring me down. Someone trying to come up and someone trying to get to a destination. Someone is calling a upcomer broke. How stupid can you
Emeka,
be?
allow me to apologize on his behalf. Yeah?
How stupid can you
And-
be? I said it for the whole world to say, to hear. I live in a Paco house, so what the fuck is this nigga saying? Are you broke? Does that make any
Allow
sense?
me to apologize on his behalf here.
Did I make the money from you?
I will scrutinize the questions you throw at you.
Did you transfer millions to my account that makes me broke? Nigga, I live in a Paco house and I just moved to a self-contained which I publicly announced to everyone from their goodwill. So what the hell is this stupidity talk about being broke?
Emeka, let's not take it that way.
And my TikTok is not even monetized in the first place. I make no funding from TikTok. I do it because there is more reach there than Instagram. Instagram, you need to be a particular level before they even get your attention, before they even come your way. They don't care. If it's not popping, they ain't popping. You
Valid
need to be
point.
so steezed up before Instagram can give you any breakthrough. But TikTok has a range of people who care about your talent and know how bright you look. Do you get?
I get
So
your
many
point.
people make comments that my phone quality is not sharp enough on Instagram, but never heard on TikTok because there are no more people there. There are everyday people
I
there
agree with you.
who are all about your talents and what you have to offer. And that's why I say this. God bless TikTok.
Emeka, I need to put this to you.
I'm listening.
His intentions,
Was
I am
to
sure,
slay.
I
Give
am
me
sure,
tea, baby.
I am sure,
Tea.
I am sure they are not to bring you down.
Whatever.
The words may not be framed rightly or justly.
That was a very unintelligent word because
So let
you
me
can't call
address
a
that,
poor man
Emeka.
broke. Are you dumb?
Let me address that, Emeka.
Are you dumb?
The intention
Are you dumb?
was not.
Smile.
Jesse-
Are you dumb?
Jesse's
Call a
intention-
poor man broke. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Jesse's intention was not
Are you
to
dumb?
bring. No.
You call a poor man
Emeka-
broke. Are you dumb?
Emeka,
Like,
Emeka.
are you dumb?
Emeka, take it from me, yeah?
Are you dumb?
Emeka, Jesse's intention was not to bring you down at all. I understand. I spoke with him before you came on. So the choice of word, yeah, may not be right. We'll take that back. We'll take that back. We'll take that back. Please. His intentions were just to ask questions from a fan to you, his idol. Please, understand that part and let it go, please. Please. Will you entertain other questions, reasonable questions from him? Emeka, please. Can we go ahead now? Reasonable questions. All right, so let's get back to it. I'll let Aduni take the next line of question. Aduni, you have Emeka.
Okay. Okay. What was your relationship between Wanje and Don Jazzy? And have they take any contribution? How did they take any contribution to your life? Like,
Emeka, that's Waje and Don Jazzy.
Okay. For Don Jazzy, we went to the same secondary school. But it's Federal Government College, Ijanike, Lagos, along Badagry Express Road. Now, I got admitted in 1996, my JSS1 class. But Don Jazzy was in SS3, about to leave while I was in JSS1. Now, I was friends with his school son, a Liberian, half Nigerian. And he chose that boy as his school son because he was having the hots for his sister. Yeah, he was madly in love again. They were a good couple and he really liked her, so he made her younger brother my friend, his school son. But back then, Don Jazzy was one of the best, and is still the best organizers I've ever seen. Now, in school, in SS3 class, Don Jazzy would host all the whole events, the school parties, any kind of events that has to do with entertainment. Don Jazzy would get actors to come and do a live performance. He would organize the stage in a cinema manner. School auditorium or school hall. I don't know where this guy got this intelligence from, but Don Jazzy could transform a room into a stage where a show is to be performed. An empty room. He would get the people to, He was a really good planner. Just in SS3 class, he had that talent while in school. All the whole events. Even his graduation, even the SS class graduation, he did a big party and invited several schools. That's where Waje also attended that same event. So that's why I met her for the first time, way back in school. So then Don Jazzy, seeing all of that, he was like the dawn of entertainment in school. So, and back then, jazz music was always trending all over the place. Back then, jazz music. I don't know if you've ever heard of jazz.
kind of, yeah.
Okay. So I love jazz music, and I was like, this guy is a dawn when it comes to all of this. I was just like, then it just struck to me like lightning. I said, jazz. He's like the dawn of this jazz of this school. Hey, that'd be a good name, Don Jazzy. And that's where I came up with the name. So he was at the school administration office with his friends. And I walked up to him and I said, sorry, sir, please, I want to tell you something. At first, all of you keep on calling Don Jazzy and Gigi and all of that, but you don't even know you don't even know the half of it. That guy despises men that behave like women with a passion. So his first response to me was like, who the fuck, what the fuck? That guy hated me so much. He despised guys that behave like us. In fact, his school song was feminine back then, but he was the one that took it out of him. He didn't like it even from SSC. He was irritated by it. He was disgusted by it. He hated it with passion. So, but I had to do what I had to do. So I just woke up to him and said, sorry, is something I want to say? Whoa. Like the normal guy response to be when a guy comes to me like this. So I was like, sorry, you are the one that organized all these events in schools. I was like, why not, when you leave school, continue this line, but instead don't be like a planner, be a manager of musicians. Have your own production team. And he was like, I was looking at me, and I said, and the name that would be so suitable for you because you are the dawn of entertainment in this school is Don Jazzy, because you've got that jazz and you're the dawn of it. And that is how...
You gave him the name Don Jazzy?
I gave him the brand idea and the brand name. He may not remember it, but I still remember it like It was yesterday.
So what's the connection with you and Waje?
Okay, Waje. I also, spiritually, I'm what you call a seer. Now, what I mean by that, some traditional people may understand what I mean by that, is that a person given the gift to foresee the future. Now, as a little boy, I could, should I say, interpret dreams and prophesy. And not only that, I could tell you what's to come. On prosperity, on love connections, and even sudden death. As a little boy, I had that gift. So at that age, I was giving random people along the way what's their destiny. I could look at you and just give you your destiny with just a few words. I give them ideas, but my ideas are prophetic ideas, and they're actually your destiny. So at that same school auditorium, I met Wandeko. Wandeko was a friend of mine back then, and his mom was our home economics teacher. Now, his mom, I love her so much. She was a big mommy of mine. She actually liked me as a person. Now, some schoolboys, my classmates, did something funny. I don't remember what they did, but they were aligned and arranged to be punished. Now, I was passing by, and the teacher who was punishing them, called me, beckoned me to come over and said, "Are you not part of them? Are you not one of them?" Right there and there, when Cole's mom was like, "No, lie. Emeka is respectful. Emeka cannot do that. Emeka, no. Cooking shebe. She defended me, and I was like, I'm what you call an animal that never forgets a favor. If you do a little thing for me, honestly, I can give you the world. So I was like, judging from the educational system and the retirement system in this country. So this wonderful woman that just defended me in this manner will now retire and be collecting nonsense from the government, Abi, even when they privatize this our federal school. For waiting now? I said, no, I had to think of something that would put this woman in an assured insurance of life for the rest of her days. Correct. So, Mama, I just had this vision, not a vision, like a flash of her son one day. Now, his actual name is Wande Cole, not his stage name.
That's his name?
That's his name. His name is Wande, and his son name is Cole. They are legations.
Really?
Yes. His mom was Mrs. Cole. His actual name is Wande Cole, not a stage name, not a name he just created for performance arts. No.
Interesting.
It's his real name. He's a legation. Wande and Cole.
Okay.
So, hold on a second. Then I just walked up to him and was like, Wande, what's up? He had this beautiful, and he still has this beautiful dark skin. But Nigerians, they don't really appreciate dark skin for this part of the world. They don't use bleaching to spoil off in our brain. But that dark skin was iconic. And he's still iconic. But he's living in a country where they don't appreciate dark skin. Now, in other parts of the world, dark skin entertainers are the highest. Back then, there was Grace Jones. Yes. And Peter Yongo. So, if you're dark skin and you're an entertainer, you are pushed further than the rest. They worship your skin. But here, we don't regard it. So I was like, this guy with this skin, with this personality, with this name, and he can sing. So I now walked up to him and I said, one day we come. Why not become a musician? He was like, Emeka, are you sure? I said, you can do it. With this your skin, you are a fine boy. You can fucking do this, man. It was like, Emeka, are you sure? I beg. I said, calm down, just chill. When you get older, you attend, I was being prophetic. I said, when you get older, you attend a music competition. And that was MJ Project Fame. That's what they attended. I said, you will meet someone called Don Jazzy. He went, yes, calm down. I was like, he attended this school, but you did not attend when I attended the same time. What I mean by this is this. I repeated GSS2. Do you understand? So Wandeko's set was after my set, after Don Jazzy had left.
Yeah.
So I was not like, once you meet this guy, he may be one of the judges of the competition. Please tell him Obirin, that's my popular name in school, Obirin Okosisi. Tell him that Obirin Okosisi sent you to him. And please, whenever you want to introduce yourself, you must go like this. It's Wandiko. That was my idea.
Take that again.
Whenever you want to introduce yourself, you must say, it's Wandiko. That was it. And years on, Don Jazzy was one of the judges in Project Fame, the first inception of Project Fame, and Wandiko went for it, and he went there, and it was a live show, and I watched that show when he went on stage and introduced himself, and he told Don Jazzy that I sent him, and Don Jazzy now asked him, so what's your name? He said Wandiko. He said, okay, you're one of us. The name itself, sometimes in entertainment, your name, your face, your height, your color, every little thing about you, even your fashion statement, is a door opener.
True.
So all the Jazzy needed to hear was just that name.
Okay.
Was just that name. And one thing about a scout, it's called a scout. In the money industry, there's something called scouts. Those are people who have the eye for special. Now, Don Jazzy has always been a scout. He has the eye for everything special.
Yes.
So, what was enough for him was just that name, Wandiko. And that's how it all started.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, Aduni, your next question.
Okay. About Wandiko, have you reached out to him?
I did.
For
Way back, I sent him a hate message on Facebook.
Who did you send?
Wandiko and Don Jazzy. I sent them a hate message on Facebook. I was like, after what I did for you, you don't want to even hear me. So Don Jazzy came on P3 Extra, the same program I was dying to go and audition and be a presenter on. He came on P3 Extra and he was interviewed by the co-host of Ekuedewo, one popular Yoruba lady that has actually left and started her own thing. He really exhibits how angry he was, and he told the story of how I was behaving like a girl in school and how he didn't like me and all of that. Yeah. He's that homophobic. So some of you actually think he's agege. Sorry. He's one of the most homophobic people in the world.
Who is that now?
Don Jazzy. He despises it with passion. So the main reason why he said he didn't want to help me cover was behaving like a woman and he didn't like it. He didn't like it back then. That was his reason. So for Wandiko actually got the inspiration to sing Who Burned the Maga to warn me never to send him that kind of message again.
Are you sure about this?
Who Burned the Maga was... I inspired Who Burned the Maga. I inspired Who Burned the Maga.
Wandiko.
Now you listen to the words. You'll be asking now. I'll be man you. You get the drift? My fans go gather rough and do you. You get the drift? So
You be Arsenal.
I'll be man you. My fans go gather manhandle you. You go to Sinamolu jam you.
Emeka.
So but what is that? 100% of Nigerian men are built in a way that they don't find some things accepting. Now it's in their hormone as Nigerian men. They cannot stand men that just go. They feel like decking you in the face. It's just in their hormone. You can't take it out of them. Every Nigerian man is wired that way. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. So you can't expect a Nigerian man who is wired in a way that he can't stand and can't understand that behavior and doesn't want it around him. A Nigerian man can walk out of an opportunity if the opportunity giver is doing like this. Because it's just the way they are. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. But the minute you just switch to the man's side, you don't talk to the nigga with that. Did you guess? So it's just the way it is.
Emeka, hold a moment. So I understand you be Arsenal. I understand it.
Yeah.
And that's one they call talking about you.
Direct message. You go think I'm always jamming you.
I understand.
My fans gather handle you. Well, he wasn't fighting anyone then now, so why would he sing that? I sent him a hate message. I was like, how about this and that? And I used the word that even pissed off Don Jazzy back then was I told you what to do with your life. That was the word I used. I am sorry. I'm sorry. That was
Bro,
harsh.
That was harsh.
I'm afraid for my life for saying that.
Don't worry about it.
But
That was harsh.
That was fucking harsh. But I was at a point where I did not know what to do because I wanted to do this to get the opportunity, not to do anything or get money out of it. No, because of my mental health. Now, if you remember when I said I'm a seer, I give messages on prosperity, love connection, and even death. Now, every celebrity that's died along the way, I knew about it before their untimely deaths. Now, why I did what I did to get the message across to those stars was hoping that they will bring me out to even do even more. So what really affected my mental health was that I did not get the chance to warn those ones who were dying one after the other. So I was frustrated. I was like, I know these people are going to die one after the other, and I'm trying to get this opportunity to warn these people, and this video won't give me. I was pissed off. So I did not say those words to offend Don Jazzy. I was only angry that I could not get the chance to warn those people about their untimely deaths. Almost several prominent, important Nigerians, I knew of their impending deaths. First Lady Stella Obasanjo, I knew. Muna, the actor who did the Fuck and Play movie, I knew. So, what's it called? That Green. Yes, I knew about it. In fact, let me just say, every one of them that died along the way, I knew what was going to happen one after the other. Even, what's this called? What's this guy? Sami Loko. Every one of them. Immediately, at that stage of my gift of prophecy, I could see you and know what's coming to you. I could know your blessing, your love connection, and your timely death. For the love connection, it was only two people. Eva Lodia and her boyfriend that was trending, Eric Moore. Eric something, I don't remember his name, but his surname I don't remember, but his name is Eric. He's an actor I met in Ebony Life office, where they were having a co-host search for a soap called The Governor. Now, all the actors were there. So many actors were there. Even Bimbo Akintola, who I've worked with, who shunned me and didn't like my work. So I met them there and they all bullied me. They laughed at me. They laughed at my pink lips. They laughed at my eyebrows. They laughed at my eyelashes. They laughed at my hair. They just laughed at me. And when my phone rang, all the actors just ran to the back and started laughing. Then IK went on his midnight show and talked about me throughout. Made the show talking about me. It was like, how can a man wear makeup? Is he a homosexual? And in this day and age, how can someone's phone be ringing? Everybody's using this iPhone, and me, I'm using Nokia Touchlight. So he made fun of me. That's one of my trials, trying to get these people to warn them of their timely deaths. But they didn't want even me to even warn them. They didn't even give me a chance. So they were just mocking me. And I was frustrated about that. So I landed in the hospital from having a relapse for getting frustrated of not giving the chance to warn these people. Because they thought maybe it was just like someone who's supposed to be a pastor. Just telling them good news. But you don't know that you can also see good news and even bad news. So this is it. So every prominent, even Funsho Williams, I knew how he was going to be killed. Yes. I ran to NTA when I got the message that Funsho Williams was going to be sliced in the throat and murdered. So I went to NTA. The receptionist and the security man said I need an appointment before I can see anybody. So even before Stella Obasanjo flew out of the country to go have that surgery done, I got the premonition and the message that she will come back in a coffin. So I ran to NTA. At that time, Sir Ben Murray Bruce was the DG of NTA and was best friends of Stella Obasanjo. So there's the NTA branch. There's a long Echo Hotel, Adela Jeko and all of that. And the Madu Bellewe, yeah. So I went there. I went to go see the security man and say, sir, please, I need to speak to someone that can give this message to Ben Murray Bruce to warn his best friend, Madam, her former excellency, Stella Obasanjo. And that she should not lie and go for that so-called holiday, that she may not come back alive. The man said, I need security, I need clearance, not even clearance, appointments before I'm allowed to see anybody. I was like, what are you talking about? This woman go pameo. I want to save this woman life now. He was like, no. Please leave this place. Do you understand? I was asked to leave.
Wow.
So then when she died at night, I had full hair back then. So at night I got so frustrated. I sat in the corner. I started plucking out my hair one after the other. I was like, what is wrong with these people? I'm trying to warn these people of their timely death and they don't even want to even give me a chance. Then on my way to Yaba Psychiatric Hospital to go take my medication, I met a woman who was attending a party hosted by Funshaw Williams. Because back then, Funshaw Williams was based in Yaba. So, not Yaba Psychiatric Hospital, Yaba the town. So, I told her, Ma, someone is about to attack Funshaw Williams and he'll be killed like this. Please, can you go and warn him? She was like, all she could care about was I was behaving like a woman. And she didn't want anything to do with it. But after he was killed, I saw that same woman on NTA doing, so you see? So even the fact that I was behaving like a woman and nobody wanted to care about any other thing apart from that. I was gifted with a gift to prophesy prosperity, love, and sudden death. And the sudden death was excess because a lot of prominent nations were listed to die one after the other. Even international. Yes. Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Patrick Swayze, Robin Williams. I knew of how they were going to die one after the other. I sent messages to Oprah Winfrey. I went to the embassy. Nigerian embassy, American embassy in Nigeria here. And I walked up to the security man and said, sir, I have a gift. I can prophesy and I can foresee a sudden death on someone. Please, there's a group of celebrities in America that are going to die one after the other. Please, can I? He was like, no. Until you have an appointment, you cannot see anybody. I said, but how can I get this appointment? Please, let me warn these people. So they did. What I did was this. I sent a message to Larry King Live. Okay. But I did not have his direct email. I only had his website. So, you know when you send an email to a website, you crash the website. Mm-hmm. So I was the one who crashed Larry King's website back then for sending him that message. I sent him the list of all the famous celebrities who were going to die one after the other and how they were going to die. I sent Oprah Winfrey before she had OWN, when it was just the show. I sent her to her website. I didn't have her email, so I just sent her to a website. It was an emergency. Nothing I could do. It crashed her website, and he trended back then for someone who sent a mail to their website that crashed their website. It was a list of how famous celebrities were going to die one after the other. Now, one thing about being an entertainer is this: you're of the devil. And how is that special? Is that God made you for entertainment. Now, if you know the story of the devil, is that God made the devil to entertain him. Now, if you know the story, is that, if you remember some parts of it, is that he made him in the way that he was more beautiful than the rest. Yeah. More talented than the rest. Mm-hmm. More intelligent than the rest. Mm-hmm. More different than the rest. Correct. Unique. The finest. His skin was made up of gold. He was harnessed with so much talent. Just for God's amusement. Now, anyone who is an entertainer has every bit of that creation in them. Amusement is not just something ordinary. It's lights. It's spotlights. So anyone who has that light to get the attention of everyone and get them locked in has the light of God. He's so blessed that he didn't even imagine. The whole religious sector can call them devils, call them this, but devil was the one who had God's love, even the most in heaven.
Emeka, let's talk about this industry in Nigeria. And Adoni has a question for you about the industry. Adoni, let's have a question about
As your fan, why do you think the industry is afraid of you? Are there any names who you think they have hindered your effort?
I will not say the industry is afraid of me. I just say they didn't just see what I was saying. They were not just buying what I was selling. They didn't see anything in me, I guess.
Okay. Do you have any regrets in the industry?
I don't have any regrets, but I just was that I'm grateful for the no's, because the no's actually made the yes. Do you get? Like, for instance, now I've gone for 3 auditions, and one particular Nigerian entertainer was there to bully me in all 3 without knowing that I'm the one.
Who's that person?
IK of Big Brother Africa fame.
Osaka
This is Big Brother.
Ike Osaka.
Ike, yeah. Okay, in secondary school, I went for Project Fame. Ike was right there. And I was lip syncing to a song. And Ike was like, don't mind him. He does not know how to lip sync. He's doing it wrong. He can't sing along. Yeah. Then the second one, I went to Ebony Live co-host search for a soap called The Governor. Now I say co-host search, casting call for actors and actresses for a soap called The Governor by Ebony Live. Ike was right there making fun of my suits. He called my suits, which was brown in color like this shirt, but this is cream, but I had a darker shade of brown. It was like, what kind of old school suits is this? Even on his live show, he talked about me. I was wearing my pink lip cream, which I sell. I'm a pink lip model. And he was like, why would you be wearing lipstick? Why would you wear an old suit? Then my phone rang. He was like, Nokia phone. He went on his live television show to talk about all of that. Made fun of me for the second time. And the third time, I went for Nigerian Idol. IK singled me out without knowing and caring why I did not do what he wanted me to do. Now, in the crowd of over 4,000 to 5,000 people were asked to cheer on like this. Now, I did not use deodorant because at that time I was really, really going down financial, crazy, topsy-turvy. I could not even afford roll-on. And I had to manage my transport. I did not even eat that day. So I got there and I did not have like a good perspirant to like smell nice. So I avoided like doing like, if I did like this, girls being girls, you like, and all that. So I tried to avoid that. So I didn't raise my arm to cheer on and all of that. So Ike just stood right in front of me and said, you, Nigerians, we hate you. Why would you just spoil the flow of the crowd? Everyone is cheering on and you are just standing there not doing it. What's that? Nigerians don't like people who are party poopers. But what's that? I just kept quiet. Then he now said another thing again. He made fun of, without even hearing my voice, he said, I'm sure you're just, then I act like a girl. Assuming that I act like, but I did not even act like a girl. I didn't even say a word. Ike was already throwing jabs, throwing knives and daggers. Yes. Then I queued up. Then the production team of Nigerian Idol came up to me. And they asked me to do the Nigerian Idol voiceover. That was very, very, very strange, without knowing that I do voiceover. So I did this, and I still remember the lines. It says, "This is Nigerian Idol. You're welcome back to Nigerian Idol, and I am Nigerian Idol." I did that, and the whole production crew was like, "Oh, we're gonna use your voice," but there's a time and an age factor for Nigerian Idol. You have to be under 30 years old. And back then, I was already in my late 30s. So I told them, and back then, in every trial, I like to exaggerate my age and get to 40 when I'm not yet 40. Without even knowing that it was God way telling me that it's at 40 before you get this chance. So in all my trials, I would say I'm 40. Without even knowing that, now 49, the thing will even happen. No. So I was prophesying for myself, I didn't even know it. So then I came up with the catchphrase, is who can, that can. Age is just a number. The whole crew was like, we love that catchphrase. It's who can that can. That was it. But they said, I'm sorry, you cannot partake in the show because of it have to be 19 till 30. Above 30 is not allowed. So I had to like walk away, and that was it. So 3 trials of trying to get into the limelight. IK was right there to stop it.
Emeka, you mentioned IK, yeah? And one final question, I took this from the fans' questions. Are there any names in the industry who you think have hindered your rise?
Yeah, as a makeup artist, the first celebrity I did the makeup for, yes, was Bimbo Akintola. And Bimbo Akintola called my makeup unprofessional. I cried like a freaking baby. And her mother was so touched by my tears that she went to the fridge to get me a can of beer. So Bimbo Akintola sat opposite to me like this, and me sobbing like a child. I was crying seriously. And she was like, if anything was to happen to my mother, I would deal with you. I was like, oh my God. But guess what? Even with that, Bimbo Akintola bought my foundation, bought my powder. And her words was that I was the first makeup artist to get her shade. Every other person darkens her. Bimbo Akintola is not dark skin, but all the makeup artists always make her look dark in the movies. I was the first to get her actual complexion.
Has anyone ever hurt you in the industry that made you want to quit the industry?
All of them. Every one of them I've met. Every one of them. As a makeup artist, brands will tell me I'm not good enough. As a makeup artist, actresses will tell me I'm not professional enough. As a singer, they didn't like my voice. As a voiceover artist, they said I don't know how to pronunciate words properly. So, in everything I could do, everyone I've met along the way didn't just like me.
But did you want to quit?
No. No, I did not.
All right, so I feel that to a reasonable extent, the fans have slugged it out with Emeka, and he's taking the heat with confidence. He's answered the question. He's done justice to everything in the situation room. So Emeka, thank you for being in the situation room.
Thank you so
and
much.
We hope that you can come around again and
Why
let's have
not?
More interesting chats.
Why not?
Thank you guys. Cheers.